Right, listen up. Hi, welcome back to our channel, so let's get started. You know how much I love a good drive. There's something about the open road that calls to the soul. The open road, the wind in your hair, the thrill of the engine. It's what freedom feels like. It's a symphony of motion and emotion, a dance between man and machine. But there's a different breed of roads out there, roads that challenge not just your driving skills, but your very nerve. Roads that'll make your knuckles white and your heart pound like a drum solo. These are the roads where every decision counts, where hesitation can be costly. These are the world's most dangerous roads, where every mile is a gamble and every turn could be your last. They test the limits of both vehicle and driver. We're talking sheer cliffs, blind corners, and weather that can change from sunny to deadly in the blink of an eye. One moment you're cruising, the next you're battling the elements. These aren't your Sunday drives, mate. These are the roads that separate the casual drivers from the true adventurers. These are roads that demand respect, skill, and a healthy dose of bravery. They require a steady hand, a sharp mind, and a heart that doesn't easily falter. So buckle up, because we're going on a trip to some of the most extreme corners of the planet. We'll explore the roads that few dare to travel. We'll be looking at what makes these roads so dangerous, from their hair-raising history to the heart-stopping geography that surrounds them. Get ready for a journey that will test your courage and ignite your sense of adventure. First up, we're headed to South America, to a road that's earned a pretty grim nickname, the Death Road. This infamous route is not just a road, it's a test of nerves and skill, a journey that challenges even the most seasoned travelers. And trust me, it lives up to it. The road is notorious for its treacherous conditions and the sheer number of accidents that occur here. This 40-mile stretch of dirt and gravel clings precariously to the side of the Andes Mountains, winding its way through some of the most rugged terrain imaginable, connecting La Paz to the Amazon rainforest. This connection is vital for many locals, despite the dangers it presents. Sounds scenic, right? Well, try picturing this. A single lane barely wide enough for one vehicle, with no guardrails to protect you from the edge, with a sheer drop of over 2,000 feet on one side and a wall of rock on the other. One wrong move and it's a long way down. The road is a cocktail of tight corners, blind bends, and to top it off, it's often shrouded in fog. Visibility can drop to almost nothing, making navigation even more perilous. It's so narrow that if two vehicles meet, one of them often has to reverse uphill, a maneuver that requires incredible precision and nerves of steel, sometimes for hundreds of meters, with the abyss staring back at them. The margin for error is virtually non-existent. And did I mention the waterfalls that cascade down the rock face, turning the road into a slippery, muddy mess? These natural obstacles add another layer of danger to an already hazardous journey. Yeah, it's not for the faint of heart. Every turn, every stretch of this road demands respect and caution. They say this road claims hundreds of lives each year. Memorials and crosses dot the roadside, a somber reminder of the lives lost. But hey, at least the views are spectacular, right? The breathtaking scenery almost makes you forget the danger, offering a glimpse of nature's raw beauty in one of its most untamed forms. Next, we're off to the Himalayas, home to some of the highest and most treacherous roads on the planet. Imagine driving on the edge of the world with snow-capped peaks towering above you and sheer drops yawning below. The Himalayan road network is a lifeline for the communities scattered across these mountains, but it's a lifeline fraught with danger. Landslides are a constant threat, especially during the monsoon season when the roads can disappear under tons of mud and rock in the blink of an eye. Then there's the altitude. We're talking oxygen-thin air up here, which can play havoc with your concentration and your engine. Add in the narrow roads, hairpin bends, and the occasional herd of goats, and you've got yourself a driving experience that's not for the faint of heart. Now, if you think the Himalayas are intense, wait till you hear about the Karakoram Highway. This is the highest paved international road in the world, snaking its way through the Karakoram mountain range, connecting Pakistan to China. This isn't just a road, it's an engineering marvel, carved into the sides of mountains, crossing treacherous passes and spanning roaring rivers on bridges that seem to defy gravity. The views are breathtaking, but the journey is not for the faint of heart. We're talking about landslides, avalanches, and rockfalls all waiting to happen. And don't forget about altitude sickness. This road will take you higher than most airplanes fly, so pack your oxygen and your courage. Section 5, the Dalton Highway, Alaska, a frozen artery through the Arctic wilderness. From the scorching heat to the freezing cold, our next stop is the Dalton Highway in Alaska. This 414-mile gravel road is considered one of the most isolated and dangerous highways in the world. Built to service the Trans-Alaska Pipeline System, this road is not for your average minivan. Think icy conditions, blinding snowstorms, and temperatures that can drop to -80 degrees Fahrenheit. This is a place where you need more than just a good mechanic, you need survival skills. The Dalton Highway is a lifeline to the oil fields of Prudhoe Bay, but it's also a test of man and machine. Get a flat tire out here and you're in a whole world of trouble. It's so remote that help can be days away, so you better be prepared to fix it yourself. Section 6, the road to Ferry Meadows, Pakistan. A treacherous ascent to a mythical land. Back to Pakistan, where we're tackling the road to Ferry Meadows. This journey is not for the faint-hearted. Don't let the name fool you. This is no fairy tale journey. The road to Ferry Meadows is infamous for its perilous conditions. This 10-mile jeep track is considered one of the most dangerous in the world, and it's not hard to see why. The path is narrow, unpaved, and clings precariously to the side of a mountain. Imagine this, a narrow, unpaved road clinging to the side of a mountain, with barely enough room for a single vehicle to pass. With a sheer drop of thousands of feet on one side, the stakes are incredibly high. One wrong move could be disastrous, and nothing but a prayer between you and the edge. The road tests the nerves of even the most experienced drivers. Then throw in some hairpin bends so tight you'd swear you were driving in circles, and the challenge becomes even more daunting, and you're starting to get the picture. The road winds and twists, making every turn a new adventure. This road is only accessible by 4x4 Jeep, and even then it's a bumpy, white-knuckle ride. The rugged terrain demands a vehicle that can handle the extreme conditions, and even then it's a bumpy, white-knuckle ride. Passengers often find themselves gripping their seats, bracing for the next jolt. Landslides are a constant threat, adding another layer of danger to the journey. The road can be blocked at any moment by falling rocks and debris, and the road is often littered with rocks and debris. Drivers must navigate these obstacles carefully to avoid getting stuck or worse. But the reward for braving this treacherous path, the breathtaking scenery that unfolds as you ascend higher and higher. A view of the majestic Nanga Parbat, the 9th highest mountain in the world. Its snow-capped peak stands tall, a testament to nature's grandeur, the 9th highest mountain in the world. The sight of Nanga Parbat is a reward like no other, making the harrowing journey worthwhile. As you finally reach Ferry Meadows, the serene beauty of the place takes your breath away. The lush green meadows, surrounded by towering peaks, create a scene straight out of a dream. Campers and adventurers who make it here are greeted with a sense of accomplishment and awe. The journey may be treacherous, but the destination is nothing short of magical. As the sun sets over Ferry Meadows, casting a golden glow over the landscape, you realize that some journeys, no matter how dangerous, are worth every risk. Section 7. The Guoliang Tunnel Road, China, carved by hand, driven with courage. From Pakistan, we're heading to China, to a road that's as impressive as it is terrifying. The Guoliang Tunnel Road, this 1.2-kilometer tunnel carved into the side of a mountain, is a testament to human ingenuity and sheer guts. Before this tunnel was built, the only way to reach the village of Guoliang was by a treacherous path carved into the cliff face. But in 1972, 13 villagers decided enough was enough. With only hand tools, they spent 5 years chiseling this tunnel through the rock. Today, the Guoliang Tunnel Road is a popular tourist destination, but it's not for the faint of heart. The tunnel is narrow, poorly lit, and has sharp turns that'll have you holding your breath. Section 8, the Atlantic Ocean Road, Norway, a serpentine dance with the sea. Next stop, Norway, where we're taking a spin on the Atlantic Ocean Road. This 5-mile stretch of road is a masterpiece of engineering, hopping from island to island across a series of causeways, viaducts, and bridges. It's a beautiful drive, but it can be a wild one. See, the Atlantic Ocean Road is exposed to the full fury of the Norwegian Sea. During storms, waves crash over the road, making for a very wet and wild ride. Imagine driving along, minding your own business, when suddenly a giant wave comes crashing over the road in front of you. It's like something out of a movie, except this is real life. Section 9, the Air Highway, Australia, a desolate and unforgiving journey through the outback. Last but not least, we're off to Australia to tackle the Air Highway. This 1,000-mile stretch of road cuts through the heart of the Nullarbor Plain, one of the most desolate and unforgiving environments on Earth. Imagine driving for hours on end with nothing but flat, barren landscape as far as the eye can see. That's the air highway. It's the definition of remote. You can drive for hundreds of miles without seeing another car, let alone a town or a petrol station. The dangers here aren't so much about hairpin bends or sheer drops. It's about the isolation, the heat, and the wildlife. Kangaroos jumping out in front of your car, emus strolling across the tarmac, and the occasional camel blocking your path. It's all part of the adventure. Section 10. Conclusion. Respect the road. So there you have it. A whistle-stop tour of some of the most dangerous roads in the world. These roads are a testament to human ingenuity, bravery, and sometimes our sheer stubbornness. But these roads aren't just about thrills and spills. They're a reminder that the world is a vast and varied place, and that sometimes the most beautiful destinations are also the most dangerous to reach. So next time you're complaining about potholes or traffic jams, just remember these roads, and spare a thought for the people who drive them every day, because out here, on the edge of the map, the road isn't just a way to get from A to B. It's a test of your skill, your courage, and your respect for the power of nature.